It begins with a slow, invisible drag. For billions of years, the moon has been tugged by Earth's gravity, pulled until it shows us only one face. Now imagine that same process happening between Earth and the sun. The planet slows, rotation weakens, day lengthens, until finally, Earth stops turning. One side of the world now stares permanently at the sun. The other side sinks into endless night. Earth has become tidal-locked. Half a planet of eternal day, half a planet of eternal darkness. The day side, a world of fire. On the side that never turns away, the sun becomes more than a star. It becomes a tyrant. Here, the sun blazes overhead with no respite, no sunset, no cool night to follow. Temperatures soar beyond anything Earth has ever endured. Oceans begin to boil at the surface, evaporating into the sky. The atmosphere thickens with water vapor and carbon dioxide, creating a runaway greenhouse effect. Land cracks into desert wastelands. Cities turn into furnaces. Even the air itself grows heavy, hot, and toxic. Anything living here would be forced to adapt or perish. Only creatures that can burrow underground or hide deep in the seas might cling to existence. The night side, a world of ice. On the far side of Earth, where the sun never rises, silence rules. The air grows frigid. Oceans freeze. Mountains of ice creep outward, mile by mile. Temperatures plummet to hundreds of degrees below freezing, colder than Antarctica's harshest nights. The stars are constant. The constellations never shift. The Milky Way hangs like a frozen painting. But this side is not peaceful. It is suffocating. With no sunlight, photosynthesis halts. Plants cannot grow. Animals cannot eat. Entire ecosystems collapse into silence and extinction. The only warmth comes from volcanic vents and geothermal energy beneath the crust. Maybe, in these isolated oases, life could still endure. Tiny islands of heat in a frozen ocean of night. The twilight zone. But between the fire and the ice, there is a narrow strip, the Terminator line. Here, the sun hangs forever on the horizon. Neither day nor night. Neither fire nor frost. It is in this narrow band where survival is possible. Winds roar endlessly as hot air from the day side clashes with freezing currents from the night. Megastorms circle the planet, colossal hurricanes that never end, fueled by the sharp contrast of heat and cold. Yet within this chaotic twilight, rivers might still flow. Rain might still fall. Plants could adapt to constant low light, and life might thrive, clinging to the balance between extremes. This would become humanity's new home, a strip of habitable land wrapping the globe like a belt. Civilization would be forced to crowd into this narrow band, forever caught between dawn and dusk. The atmosphere in turmoil. With Earth tidal-locked, winds never stop. Superstorms race from day to night, carrying heat and dust around the globe. The skies on the day side glow with thick, swirling clouds. On the night side, the air freezes and falls as snow and ice crystals. Over time, much of the atmosphere could collapse, literally freeze out on the night side, leaving the planet thinner, weaker, less able to support life. The Earth would no longer be the vibrant, breathing planet we know. It would be a split world, scarred, unstable, dangerous. Could humanity survive? If Earth became tidal-locked tomorrow, most of humanity would vanish within months. Billions would perish on the burning day side and the freezing night side. But in the twilight zone, we might adapt. Cities would be built along the Terminator line, powered by solar energy on one side and geothermal heat on the other. Crops would be engineered to survive dim light and fierce winds. Humans would learn to live in eternal dawn, under a sun that never sets. Civilization would shrink, but it would not die. We would cling to the line between fire and ice, between life and extinction. The final image. So what if Earth became tidal-locked to the sun? The planet would no longer turn. One hemisphere would wither under eternal fire, the other freeze in endless night. But in the twilight, in the narrow strip between extremes, life could endure. It would be a harsher world, a stranger world, one where the sun never moves, the stars never change, and survival is forever balanced on the edge of two impossibilities. A planet divided, a people tested, an Earth reborn in the struggle between light and dark.